Hello and welcome back to the wonderful world of Unnamed City. Now you guys have been giving me suggestions with these the city names and what I should call it in general, and I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate it a lot. And a lot of advice. You know, last episode, yesterday's episode went up, and my god, some of the comments, you know, it was really nice to see. Not only just the nice response to the ideas that I had on improving the town. Like, let's just zoom in here and just look at things like, for example, the park. Like, you know, increasing land value in a big way, making it so people want to live here, you know, want to visit here. But not just like adding parks that are like preset, just like that, but also creating my own. Like O Square right here in the center of O Square, we have this nice like path system where you can sort of take a shortcut and, you know, get around town a little bit easier. I definitely need to improve these. There are some that aren't as useful as others. For example, where was the one that I built that was like a bush? There we go, right here. This one, these paths lead nowhere, and they don't actually, apparently, they don't actually provide anything in terms of, you know, land value, and also, I guess, like, functionality. Because the path doesn't lead anywhere, so no one will actually ever go down here. But it looks really nice. You know, that was a main sort of thing, if I just pause here, to make this look nice. But it needs to be functional. I want it to be functional. I want it to serve a purpose. So we're gonna make that. We're gonna make that happen. So we're gonna destroy these roads here, these paths, really quickly here. I've planned on doing a lot, but I just need to do some quick maintenance here, guys. Don't you worry. Alright, and then all we need to do is make the path go here. Is there a way for me to do this in a nicer sort of way? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Look at that, that's a sort of nicer path. Looks a bit neater. And then I can go ahead and grab the bushes again very easily. We want it to have like the small bushes go around the length of the path along the side of it, like before, and then we'll just plonk some bigger bushes along the side of it, and we'll do the same thing over here, right there. And you know, again, people were saying that it holds no value to do this. These don't increase happiness. They don't technically do anything when it comes to like land value, and that's not how I see it. I see it as like this really nice sort of creation, whatever, I can't say that word, that just looks visually pleasing and adds so much like detail and character to the city. And there we go, now the path is actually useful. Now people can take a sort of shortcut here. If I speed this up, you can see someone actually already using it now, going alongside the path. And now there's a reason for it to exist, which is absolutely great. And maybe I'll leave the path down here or something like that. But that is something to do in the future. It's now time for me to say, okay, stop, and continue on expanding. We saw last time, I have this huge demand for everything right now, and we need a new area. And I said that I really want to build a big town somewhere over here, really big. Now, before we do that, there is one final thing we need to cover. Yes, these swings are a really nice touch, visually pleasing, nice idea. They should be in the game, but the mod itself is stupid. And that is sad, isn't it? It's sad because the reason it sucks, this mod, in general, I'm going to put it down to 8% and 9% there, so there's more reason to live here while I do this, is obvious, isn't it? It's too popular. It's too popular. They made swings, the mod made swings too popular. Like, they changed the coding of the actual game, I guess, with like these type of statues and residential stuff, basically things that provide like comfort to a town. They've made it way too popular, and it's sort of ridiculous, and it's kind of unfair actually. It's somewhat cheaty, in fact, and it sucks for me to do this. It's going to lower my happiness in a big way. Look at all those dogs. I am really upset to have to do that, but I totally agree with you that it was just overpowered, it was imbalanced, and it was unfair, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So we're going to try and add something that adds a bit of value to the land that people want to go see. You know, that's reasonable and fair for me to have. So I'm just trying to find a nice... Whoa. Alright, trying to find a nice spot here for something cool. A nice statue that sort of fits on this circle. Oh, maybe a mall. A mall would be kind of neat, wouldn't it? But how are we going to fit that here? Does it even fit on a circular road like this? I don't think it does. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere where it's like lighting up and being green. But I gotta say, guys, I was really, really happy to read your comments on the last video, because so many of them were like, this was a really chilled out and really enjoyable episode, and you really like, a lot of people said that they really enjoyed the style and theme of that episode, and it made me really happy to read, and I really appreciate that, guys. Is this actually a mod? Yeah, it is. It's a mod of a building from the Netherlands. It looks kind of cool, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to build another mod thing if it's overpowered. The Opera House. People near and far come to enjoy the wonderful music played and songs sung at the Opera House. Requirement for building a space elevator. I don't really know if I can fit this anywhere on this circle. Maybe I'm just going to have to do like a park. So this is the Expo Center. Trade shows and conferences attract visitors from near and far, required for building space elevator. So many space elevator stuff. High interest tower. Many companies like to have offices in it because of the lovely view. Oh my god, it is big, isn't it? Look at the size of these buildings compared to the ones that I have now. It's kind of ridiculous. I would love to be able to plonk this down somewhere. Maybe this can fit somewhere? It'd be really cool to have this in the center of town. Something cool like this, something big. And effective. It doesn't look like it can fit anything that isn't a mod, and I'm worried that it's going to be overpowered. How about a friendly neighborhood park then? Maybe this will fit here. Like right in the center of town. It's so important. Just trying to find, like, god damn it, a spot for it. Right here. We can do it right here, and that'll have to do. Okay, so we're going to have a statue of life and death. And it's hopefully going to be pretty cheap and provide sort of a tourism in the town. Just trying to find the right spot. There we go. This is going to be the only spot for it. Kind of sucks that I have to sort of destroy a bunch of stuff, but it looks nice. Look at that. There you go. Hopefully that like provides a bit. Now if we can just sort of fix up this area here. And you know what? You know what I've just decided to do? I've decided that we're going to completely remove... In fact, I don't need to do that. I can right-click. I can just right-click to remove these. I'm going to completely remove all these buildings. Like that. And then that's going to provide me a very easy way to fix this sort of mess that's going on right now. Now, if they're not, you know... They shouldn't exist, these buildings. There we go. They're disappearing now. So, I want to fix this square so that it looks as nice as possible. Get rid of a few trees here. These bushes, whatever. I want it to be functional. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. In fact, you know what? We'll just destroy all the trees as well so I can properly see. And I swear to God, I will very shortly expand. I just have to make sure this is proper and working. Okay. So, we want to build these paths. And I want them to just go everywhere. I want them to be useful, functional, sort of shortcuts. That's the best way to look at them. They're just shortcuts. Okay, and here, if I could just fit it between that. It looks like I can, yeah. Awesome. There we go. And then maybe one from here. No. It's going to be sort of awkwardly placed, that. It'll do the job how it is now, to be honest. But I really want to just make it as good as possible. There we go. There we go. So that provides some more spacing. So now, we just go ahead and mark all this up as high density commercial compared to the low density. And hopefully this will be a really nice sort of shopping area. Then we'll just, you know, grab some trees, plonk them down in places, fairly at random. We'll do like different types like last time. But yeah, I'm really glad that so many of you just like enjoyed the chilled out style of the last episode and how just nice it was to get all those comments saying this was a really good, relaxing episode, and people just had said that they really enjoyed it, and it was really nice to read, and I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much for the sort of feedback you gave me on the last episode, and yeah, really appreciated it, guys. Thank you. This game is great. I really enjoy it, and I'm really happy to see that so many of you are into it as much as I am. Alright, so now they're very bushed up. These trees will be destroyed when buildings move in, which will happen very shortly, as you can see. But now I've got a bunch of trees in the gaps. And now this is a functional city, functional square, sorry, with something that increases the land value. It was fairly cheap for me to do. And yeah, now people are moving in. These are high density residential, which actually lowered the requirement. As you can see, buildings are still upgrading. And we can see people actually going to it, and it's maybe not going to be as ridiculous amount of people visiting the what are they called, swings, because that didn't make sense. But at very least, it looks nice, it's functional, and it's legit. I don't want to cheat, guys. It was completely accidental. It wasn't on purpose, and I am really sorry for that. And I hope you can forgive me for accidentally making something a little bit overpowered in my city that I didn't realize actually was. But now that O Square is done, the town looks great. We have a demand for so much. I'm very excited to finally expand, and we're going to be doing that this episode right here. Now, there was one thing that occurred to me. This right here is too sharp of a turn, and I want to make that not so much. But this is something we can do in the future with the district here. I'm going to go back to that at some point. Let me just quickly check my incineration plants. I only have one, and it's here. All the dumps have to go here when they empty. This is very full. I'm actually going to start emptying that. How are these ones doing? It's finished emptying, so I'll just start using it again. And that needs to start emptying. Got it. Alright, so they're working. That should solve any issues we might have. It's time now for us to build something. What is this? That's low land value. Why is that? Why do you have low land value? Stupid. Shouldn't have that. We'll probably fix that. We'll probably fix that at some point. It's funny how much I want to do to these towns, and just I could spend forever micromanaging them and improving them and putting these paths everywhere in the trees. And I would love to do that, and I will continue to do that. But right now we just have such a high demand to expand that we need to. And the reason I'm taking my time here in actually just starting to expand and make the stuff is because I really want to make it as functional as possible traffic-wise. And I'm thinking maybe I connect the towns up to each other, but maybe not. Maybe not. This is generating power, by the way. Someone said this to me, and it's totally a fair statement. This is generating power, and it's not connected up to anything. So we'll just quickly connect that up very easily, and then that will help my power grid ever so slightly. As you can see, it connects. And barely at all, but, you know, it technically does. So whatever. It was important that I do that. This is emptying. Okay, good. That's emptying. And this one is working. Good. Okay. So hopefully that's not too much of a problem. All right. So we've not really done any policy stuff, and that's definitely something I plan to do, by the way. But for now, let's begin our expansion. And we've been having this sort of letter theme, right, for the whole city. We have D District, which isn't really a D yet. We'll try and fix that in the future. We have A Town. We have O Square. What do we want to do for this? I'm thinking maybe like a T or something like that. Or I don't know, any letter really. And we'll make it a 4-lane road rather than anything else, so that when I expand, when I make them bigger, you know, it won't be a problem to just expand them and upgrade them to a 6-lane road. There's also something else I need to talk about really quickly, is that these roads that come off and leave should be technically highway roads, the highway ramps. You're totally right. You're totally right. I didn't even think about that. And maybe I'll even be able to just upgrade it. No, okay, so I need to just change that. It's very important that I do that. These have sound barriers. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, okay, yeah, so that's something I just wanted to quickly acknowledge for you guys. I know about it, and I will be fixing it. There's just so much I want to do to these towns that already exist. It's crazy, isn't it? How much do you just want to get done? You know what? Why don't we build a H? A H should hopefully fit here pretty well, but which way do we want it to go? I guess I guess if we were going to do this, this would be the right way to do it. 6-lane road with trees can be where the H is. So we'll build it like this instead. Yeah, curved like that. So from the top all the way down like that. And this will be the H. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, okay? About here, maybe. I'll make it a bit smaller, actually. There. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A bit more lined there, so it fits a bit better. Maybe not as high. There we go. Somewhere in the middle, connecting up somewhere in the middle. There we go. And that is the beginning of H-Town. And the reason I decided to go with 6-lane with trees is because I want this to be visible at all times. So when we fill the town like we've done with O Square, with A, you can still see the A in the middle at all times. So you can see the H because it's the one with trees. And we'll do 4-way for everything else. But yeah, that also does actually increase land value, I believe, having the trees on the roads like that. It just looks nicer as well. So yeah, it's kind of nice that I got that going on. Okay, so how do we want to build the actual town? We want to be as efficient, and there's a big part of me that makes me really want to just do like a block grid, you know, like, you know, down here like I usually do, because it's so efficient and good. But I don't like that. I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I don't want to like always have the same boring designs and stuff. I want to do something different. So maybe here is a good. Actually, we have some of these roundabouts and stuff. By the way, this is a mod. It is essentially just a roundabout that works amazingly, as you can see, and it's not like overpowered. I don't think they're expensive. They're actually more expensive than the other roundabouts mostly, but they look so good and they're so functional that it saves me so much time. I think this is fine for me to do, to be honest, but obviously I have to find a connection for it, which doesn't seem possible right now. Like, look at this thing. I'd like to have that in the center of town somewhere, but I really would like to have it so down this like lake we have tons of bridges that cross over and connect to each other like this, and I think that looks really cool. Like the way the bridges go down. It's like the River Thames in London, how there's so many bridges going across, these big cool bridges. I would love to have that as a thing, as a theme in general with everything. So hopefully at some point I can do that. So yeah, I'm thinking of expanding now down here into these 2 columns. So right here in this one, I think that's where I'm going to start using these cool roundabouts. But for now, we'll just use what we got and we'll do it ourselves. Alright, so just wanted to acknowledge that. Alright, so these curved roads could be kind of cool, to be honest. I'm going to just try and do this. Maybe not that one. Bit, not going to work, really. There we go. This one. A little bit further to make it, like, symmetrical. There we go. Just near the bottom here. A bit further. It's not perfect, that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay, forgive me. Alright, so now we'll just go across from here. Have this kind of cool shape going on. Try and do it as efficient as I can get, really. And this road can just connect up. You know what? That's fine. At the top. Now, these roads are going to be really important, these big ones. I think maybe we should do the highway here. So, they're going this way. Got it. So we want a highway road that leads off that road into town like that. There you go. That works. Right? We can also have one that leads off into town like that. Which is kind of easy, right? So it just goes into the town, right? And then from the other side, we need one that comes off from this point. Too far, apparently. There we go. And then we'll have it turn a little bit. Want it to go up. Like that. Oh no, they're upset because it's right next to them. Shit, that's going to lower land value. Crap. Alright, so we have to do this well on top of, like, without causing issues with the rest of the town. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. And there, into the town. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. So now they go down this road, and if they want to go into town, they can go there. And if they want to go into town from here, we want to have the exact same thing over here as well. And fortunately, now there's not going to be anyone complaining because there's no one here to get like noise pollution or anything of that nature. There we go. Now it works. All right. So now they can get into town from 2 different ways on both sides. Good. That's good. Now, where do we want the residential to be? You know, do we want this whole thing to be residential? Maybe. I think maybe residential should be the top side. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it will be. Alright, so we're going to keep the whole game paused during the time we do this, which is going to be very fucking important. But we're going to have this whole... Actually, no. Not that part. Not that part. It just occurred to me that there's going to be traffic issues because this is the main road. So we'll have commercial. Like, here. In, like, the center. As per usual. In the center. We'll zoom in so we can do this a little bit easier. And the center section mostly will just be commercial. There we go. Gotta be very smooth about this. Careful about it. Get that one. There we go. Alright, I'm just trying not to catch ones like that accidentally, but I can just right click. You know what, let's just make it easy for myself, make it quicker. Although this feels slower, it's more precise, and it's actually going to save me time overall. Not trying to like accidentally click on something else and then delete it and so on and so forth. You know, I need to make sure that's not a thing. Alright, so that should be fine there. And we just do it on the other side of the road as well. Like so. We have a fairly big industrial demand, so we're going to do offices more than anything soon. And hopefully this doesn't like consume all of the commercial demand. I don't want to like build too much commercial and then there's like no reason for it and stuff. That would suck. So, gotta be very careful about that. How much money have I got? I've spent 100 grand doing what I've done so far. So it's very important that I save up a little bit of money before I fully like let them come here, I guess. I'll make the entrance to town like an office sort of zone. Like this. There we go. Should work quite nicely. There we go. Alright, so that's nicely filled in. And, you know, we can just get rid of those. Alright, for now, that'll be very simple. We'll try and, like, limit it to this. Apart from here, I guess, where we want, like, it to connect up to the grid and stuff. Do I really want offices there? Maybe. Yeah, on the outside, you know what? We'll have offices along the outside there. That'll be fine. And then maybe commercial here and maybe more residential. Okay, so now we need to give it power. We're very close to unlocking this hydro power plant, so I don't want to spend too much on giving it power when I'm already like this close. Wow, there's really no wind here. That's not good. I don't want to give it like an oil power plant or of anything of that nature, actually. So maybe we'll just give it some of these. As long as it's 7 and out of range. Yeah, you know what? This will be the way we power the town temporarily while we hang on to get the hydro power plant. And I won't spend more than 3 because it should be enough for the first like section. Now we're going to need to do sort out the water. So this should be pretty easy, to be honest. It's going right, so we'll pollute right. We'll go left for where we're not polluting. There we go. Then we'll just connect these up. They're going to need power as well. Don't worry, I know. And then we just grid up the H-Town. Going very well. I still have money to spare, and we've not put anything in terms of, you know, firehouses and all that. And that's very important. I have the money spare for that. So these guys need power. It's very, very important. So we will hook them up, like, as a temporary solution. We will destroy these sometime in the near future. There we go. So now that should power them. We're watered up. We're powered. Awesome. Is there anything else we need to worry about before everyone just piles in? Yeah, we should probably make sure there's a firehouse and stuff instantly. So we said we wanted to be bigger with this one, like have a fire station and stuff, but right now I need to build something over here. I need to build something over here, and temporarily we're only going to need the small stuff. We'll have that right in the center of town where they can have different options, and we'll also put, like, right next to a police station. There we go. We'll also have, we will have a hospital in town. They don't have power right now. We will give them power shortly. Hang in there, lads. Oh god, this is really awkward. Damn you fucks for not, like, placing yourself somewhere that's easier for me to deal with. You jerks. There we go. And then we can just have one landfill site, one incineration site. We'll give them some water because I'm a kind god. And there we have it. So they'll be powered. Hopefully, yeah, they are. And now they have a way to get garbage, which is very, very important. And now we're getting quite low on the money situation. But the population is piling in as things are being created, and it's going well. You know what? We'll try and get a park going or something in here. You know what? Maybe... Yeah, you know what? Right away, I'm going to go with one of these statues or something. A mall, maybe? 20 grand. Cheap shops required for medical... Maybe I want to do something nicer than that. But I don't have the money for it, and the mall seems like a good idea, and it kind of fits nicely. So I'll just put that down, and that provides some nice happiness for the town in general. Look at that. There we go. Alright, so we've got some attractions in the town as well. We'll see if people start using that as well. That's going to be really nice. So it increases the land value of the town. What's going on over here? You're having some trash issues. It looks like they're being fixed. There we go. Yeah, good. They're not having trash issues anymore. Do they not actually have one in town? It just occurred to me. Do they not have one in town? They don't. I never built one for them. It's this one that they use. Interesting. Very interesting. I guess we should probably, like, expand this then. So there's another landfill site. In fact, yeah, we definitely need that. We'll just have that right there. You're not connected to anything, apparently. That's going to cause some issue. There we go. So, you know, I'm just trying to, like, solve trash issues before they happen by having more landfill sites that can sort of do everything. You know, they can do all the things that they need to do. But yeah, look at this road. Working hard. You need to keep emptying. You can start filling. There we go. That should be good. That should work. Obviously, I'll need more in this town before long, but it's good to solve the other problems as well. Very important. Especially since O Square doesn't actually have one in its own sort of spot. And you know what? Let's just connect this road up over here so they can get to each other. That can really help. Like, look at them. They're going to actually go to the other town as well. That was a good idea, I think. Plus, that means there's now, like, a connection for people to use to get over to this town as well. But that might cause some traffic issues. But either way, we just reached 9,500 population. Absolutely brilliant. We've unlocked trains. We've unlocked hydro power plant. Level 6 unique buildings. Hell yes. Alright, so if we just pause for a second, go to our unique buildings thing. I'm not on busy on Skype, and someone is spam messaging. Scoobiac, of course. Scoobiac likes to warn me by messaging me. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I just forgot today. Wow, a stadium. Make a stadium for 200 grand. That's kind of awesome. Right, so I was just thinking, where would I want to build a dam if I was going to build a dam anywhere to not fuck up my town? And I think up here would be best, you know, where it's like just the sea. So if I was to build it there, out of city limits, not enough money. 80 grand, 100 megawatts for that. That would be great. So we're just letting our money tick up here. We're getting very close to the money sort of level we want. Hydro power plant, man. There's still more. Solar power plant. The nuclear power plant, but we're nowhere near ready for that. The hydro power plant, right. So, 80 megawatts there. The bigger it is, the more it gives. 160. Okay, that's the best one we got. Right here. Boom. That costs a lot of money. Okay. So it's very important we connect these roads up. And we actually have this powering something. So, first things first. I'm going to build a road that leads from that into town. There we go. Just like that. Small road, whatever, it works. And then we need to water it, probably, I'd assume. I don't really know. Not enough money to actually do that. Jesus Christ. Keep going with the money. Thank you very much. I need that money. Just wanted to make sure this place has water. I don't really even know if it really needs it, but yeah, it's important. And you can actually see it is actually stopping. Oh god, water is like being pushed into this river here. I mean, into the forest. It seems to be subsiding, but it went over the road. That's not good. And then it filled down there. Alright, so you can see the water levels are going to drop now. That is so high. It's coming from the sea after all. Oh god. But it seems to be stabilizing. Okay, good. Now, we need to connect this to the grid. Very important. Very important. So, we're going to need power lines. There we go. And I want this town to connect up. Like that. And you know what? Now I don't actually need these right here. There we go. Because they're not doing anything. Just destroyed a tree by accident. That was good. Okay, there we go. So now that should be connected. And these are fine. They're working. Do I need these anymore? No, I don't think so. Just trying to like prune and remove things that are like redundant. I still want to use these, I guess, because it's important to connect those up. But actually, you know what? It's such a waste of money. It's pointless. This isn't connected up. Now it is. Look how cheap that was to do. Now it's connected to the whole town. And this right here is costing a lot of money. There's a lot of lines there. And all I could do to fix that, very simply, just connect that like that. Very cheap compared to the mass amount of lines there. And it's all connected up. Perfect. And now my electricity should be doing very well, actually. Although, to be fair, this probably isn't operating. I had some issues with it. Not operating. Power output 0. And he's still messaging me now. He knows that I'm not on busy. And his message was, by the way, you're not on busy, so you're going to hear Skype beeps. Let me just cause a bunch of them. God damn it. I'm really sorry, guys. I can't alt-tab, otherwise it corrupts the recording. And we're really near to the end of the episode. I really hope he doesn't keep spam messaging me, that jerk. But yeah, roads can get here. Cars can get here. It has electricity. It has water. I don't really understand why. Like, what's wrong with it exactly? We had some issues trying to get one to work before when it came to making one work, but it was too low. This one's high enough. This one's definitely high enough. Do you think maybe I need to connect the roads? I'll give that a shot. Oh god, it just occurred to me that these things aren't going to have any power output. Yeah, look at that. 14. Oh, they're still doing well, actually. It's wind speed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they're placed. It's fine. It's just about wind. Oh, that's fine. Good. Oh, look at this. The sewage down here. Wow, look at the effect that has. Look at the change it's had on this river. I kind of miss the river a little bit, but at the same time, it works well. Right, I'm worried about my electricity gonna not work by this not working. If anyone has any advice on how to make this operate, please give me it. I don't understand why it's not operating. It's in the right spot. It's big. It's high enough, and it's not putting any power out right now. What's the problem with it? I mean, right now the budget's fine on it, so it should be working. Oh my, what's wrong with that? What happened here? Oh my god, that road just collapsed. Why did that happen? Okay, we'll try that again. I don't know why that collapsed. I didn't see it, but it just went down apparently. Kind of cool that can actually happen, isn't it? I think. The power lines are very high up. Oh! It's still not working. I got excited for some reason. I just had a feeling that it was working. But yeah, look at that. Inactive. It's not disconnected, is it? It's not. It's connected and it should be working. I don't really know what's causing that not to work. Maybe it needs more time. But either way, A-Town's looking great. It's doing really well. There's nice value for it. Water issues everywhere. What are they doing? They're not operating. Why aren't you operating? I thought you only needed wind to operate. Wind speed 0. What? Oh, God. All right, destroy. Destroy. They don't do anything now. Are you working? You seem to be working still. 4. Wow, you're really not worth my time and money, to be honest with you. We'll get rid of that. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. I need you to operate. I don't know why it's not operating, but it gives out so much power. And right now, I don't have anything. I'm going to have to take a loan to save myself. Don't understand, guys, why this hydro power plant is not operating. If anyone could tell me why. Look, this is on. It's off. It's on. I don't understand. It should be working. There's roads leading to it that are functional and not fallen. Everything should be good, and it's not. So I'm a little bit worried right now, guys. If you have any advice for me, please let me know. I really could use it. All right. Before we end here, I'm just going to quickly sort of put a bunch more office buildings here. There we go. All right. So that should be helping our demand a little bit more on those two. We could do with expanding the town, so there's more place for everything as well. But right now, it looks all right. It looks good. We're expanding, we're building, everything's going alright. Apart from a power situation, which is completely solved when this starts operating. But it's not, because I don't know why. If anyone has advice for me on that, let me know. Really would appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. A bit hectic this episode, but I promise we'll be doing a lot of maintenance and fixing all the issues we may have had in the next episode. And expanding, expanding, expanding. Welcome to the world, H-Town. You know what? Before we end here, we're going to go ahead and district this up. Obviously, it's so important that we have the districts named and that. H Heights. Well, that's not how you spell heights. H Heights. There we go. H Heights made, O Square made, A-Town made, and D-District. Awesome. So we're expanding. We're getting bigger. It's looking good. We're finally using high-density stuff as well. If you want to have a quick look at it, look how glorious it is. Absolutely glorious. And yeah, I want to like really improve the land value of this town and expand more over here as well. Not sure how this traffic system is going to work, to be honest, with these roads. But for now, it seems to be working very well. And I'm very happy about that. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Hollow. You've been you. And there will be more cities. Skylines soon.